Hello everyone and welcome. I am Jay Beebs and this is the 7th installment of the Cambridge United FIFA 16 Road to Glory. We're about to embark in our fourth season, and as you can tell from the title, it's going to be an injury-prone one. But hopefully, the injuries we can keep to a minimum. So for this season, this is the lineup I think I'm going to go with. Hasn't really changed much since last season. Honestly, don't need to. I mean, all these players are young. They're just continuing to improve. I mean, we're pretty much all over 70 overall now. So I think we're a pretty decent, pretty legitimate championship side now. So Jordan Hudson, who was our starting left back before last season I bought Joe Gomez, he's going out on a one-year loan to Rotherham United. He'll come back next season. Hopefully by then Gomez is just so much better that Hudson can accept his role. Actually, no, it's a two-season loan. So by the time he comes back, he should be fine with being a backup. Chris Tierney will be going to Dagenham and Redbridge for 1 year. He's probably gonna get sold pretty soon, but I just keep keeping him just for the prospect of if he does turn out to be something. So I made a big purchase today. Villalba from Valencia. I'm a Valencia fan. I've used him before in the FIFA. The only issue with him is his stamina. I think it starts off at like a 50, so I'm going to have to train that up. But other than that, he's the perfect center mid, very offensive minded as well, which is exactly what I'm looking for with this team. I think he's going to fit in perfectly with the club, and we got him for just over 3 million. So I really like this. I really like this purchase. So one player that is joining the first team from the youth academy, mind you, is Ricardo Alves, the 70 overall 16-year-old Brazilian right mid. He should have potential to be special or exciting prospect, but I think he's got like 87 to 94 potential. So I mean, he only accepted a 1-year contract offer, but I definitely plan on using him for a very long time. Jordan Dunk has been sold to MK Dons for $300,000. He never really fit in with the club, but I mean, it's business. Adam Winchester is also going to MK Dons, except he's going for $350,000, just like Dunk. It's just business. Richard Taylor is going to Plymouth Argyle on a 2-year loan move. You know, he's not going to be starting, especially now at the fact that, I mean, our youth academy, we just got an extra winger. We don't need him involved with the team at all. Send him out for 2 years to Plymouth. He should be a regular starter with that club. They don't have wingers in their formation, so I don't know where he's going to play. But regardless, by the time he comes back, he should be hopefully a little bit better and fully can solidify himself as the backup winger. So I've also made a little bit of a questionable decision. I've decided to loan out Kyle Palmer to Sheffield United. Now, if you missed last episode or even the last 2 episodes, you're probably wondering, why am I sending the star goalkeeper on a loan for 2 years? Well, it's because we got a new goalie. They both have potential to be special. Laird is a higher overall goalkeeper, so I'm going to keep him. Palmer's going to go to Sheffield United for 2 years, pick up some good experience. Maybe this will turn into like a De Gea, Dean Henderson type of thing, where he goes on a loan to Sheffield United, proves himself, he comes back, and he challenges for that #1 spot. But I just don't feel like it would be a disservice to him to not use him this year. So after all of that nonsense in the preseason, we now are finally into some game action against Rotherham United. Rotherham are playing a 4-1-4-1. They're not using Hudson. I think that would have been pretty funny. But yeah, they're playing a 4-1-4-1. And we too play a 4-1-4-1. As you can see as a team, Villalba is in at that right center mid position for Barry. No, nothing else has really changed in the team. Except for, Alves is in at left mid. But here are the game highlights.
Punched away by the goalkeeper.
Bit of shadow of his normal self out there. So unlike him.
And he's headed it off the bar and in. That's a good idea with the pass. And here's the shot. Oh, it's the post.
A very good defensive effort from the team. They had no shots on target, and looking at the other side of the ball, we did have 4 shots on target. We did better in possession. We really dominated the game, and we were able to solidify that with a 1-goal win. Scored by Thomas Sandoval. It's not pretty, but honestly, I think we're at the point where a 1-0 win is the exact same as a 4-0 win. A win is a win. We're no longer trying to prove something. So Ryan Horn has been sold to Morecambe for an astonishing $45,000. Yeah, he's 50 overall. He's been at the club forever, but since he's so bad, I never even knew he was there. He just sat at the bottom of the depth chart. Never ever once used him. Then I was going through contracts. His contract is expiring, so I just decided, you know what, I'll just sell him. So in the Capital One Cup, we got knocked out by Sheffield United 2-1. As you can see, Palmer's there at the club, so he did actually go out on loan, not faking it. But I really don't care about the Capital One Cup. So we got some bad news. And this is really what the entire title is about. Thomas Sandoval, the starting striker for the club. On October 6th, we got news he's out for the next 4 months. And what does that mean? He's probably going to miss the rest of our FA Cup run. He's going to miss really crucial league games. And we don't have a striker for 4 months. I'm now constantly training our backup striker using the training thing, but it's just too much. I think he's like a 58 overall. Sandoval's a 72. So, no, he's a 70. So it's going to take, I'm going to have to sit back, figure out the team, figure out what to do, and figure out how in the world are we going to rebound from this. But we got even more bad news. About a month later, Brandon Mingoa, our starting center back, he tore his ACL and he's out for 7 months. You have got to be kidding me. We lose our starting striker for 4 months, our starting center back for 7 months. We cannot escape the injury bug. Into strikes again. 8 days later. Or no, a week later. We lose Callum Devlin, our backup defensive mid, who I was actually starting to use in the squad a little bit more because he's starting to get better. He tore his ACL and he's out for 4 months. What curse has been put on us? What did we do wrong? What did I do wrong to have all of our players drop like flies? And it gets even worse because on the 31st of December, Ricardo Alves, that left mid that is a stud, he's out for 8 weeks with a dislocated shoulder. So heading into next season, or the next year, the next second half of the season, we're without our starting striker, center back, left mid, and one of our key rotation center mids. What did I do? What did I do to cause this? Because this is not right. This should not be happening. All of these injuries at once, it should not be happening. We are 13th in the table. I really don't expect us to be any higher because we can't keep a player healthy. Yeah, I mean, it's to the point where it's comical at this point. Like we can't keep a player healthy. Most of our good players are tearing an ACL or breaking a bone in their leg. Like we can't stop it. Like it doesn't even make sense how unlucky that 1 month span was. I mean, this is really going to derail us heading forward. So I mean, you think about these players, they're missing so much time, and we're in the championship. This is a tough division. I think pretty much teams like the top 20 teams, they could all do well. It just depends on how things go. And now we're losing key players every other month or every month. So the next half of the season, we better better find a way to fix this, because if not, we are in some deep, deep trouble. So make sure you subscribe so you can see that next episode. I hope you did enjoy. It was honestly a little bit of depressing of an episode, but nevertheless, it had to happen. And it is J Beebs signing off.